Hello students, this is a question which can be taken as applications of intercept theorem, as well as some parts of midpoint and converse midpoint also we may apply. Let's see what it is. This is a given A, B, C, D is a trapezium wherein A, B and C, D are parallel, and E is the midpoint of AD and F is the midpoint of BC. Now it is given that DC is 8 centimeter and EF is 9 centimeter. Find AB. Now here I can first you just have to see what is happening here. If this is a midpoint, ED and EA are going to be equal, and similarly CF and FB are going to be equal. Now see the solution, it's already given that in the given part it is given ABCD trapezium. Okay, and AB parallel to DC, and the remaining parts are given here. I will not repeat them. Now what is to prove find is to find AB. Now solution in this one, what we say is E being the midpoint and F being the midpoint of AD and BC respectively, will get what you see here. E and F being midpoints of AD and BC respectively, DE upon EA is equal to 1. Why 1? It is not because the the letters that we are writing, but the length of DE and length of EA is equal because of E being the midpoint. Similarly, what you can write is CF upon FB is also equal to 1. Now you can see that RHS of this part and RHS of this part are equal. So therefore what can be said here? DE upon EA is equal to CF upon FB is equal to 1. Now when this happens, whether it is 1 or any other ratio, but we say that then DC, EF and AB are parallel to each other. Hope you remember the intercept theorem. What does the intercept theorem says? Actually, when three are parallel, we go for that. But here we can say AB parallel to EF parallel to DC. Okay, here these three are parallel now. Okay, if they are parallel, what will happen? The same will, this and this are same, their parts are equal, hence it is going to be equal. But we have another transversal, or we can say another diagonal of the trapezium which is acting as transversal, and we have to take that as a part of the question and then solve. You can look at the diagram here again. I'll tell you. Now we have proved that this part excuse me, this part is equal to this part, hence the ratio is 1. This part upon this part is ratio is going to be 1, hence these are in the parallel position. So if they are in parallel position, let's take this, let's join E to F, then they are parallel. Now let this EF by intersect at X on BD. Okay, then if it is so, we know by intercept theorem, what is it? What does the intercept theorem say? Now see, when I compared DEEA and CFFB, that is upon their ratios, I considered DA and CB as two transversals or the sides of the trapezium. Now we have to consider EF also as one of the parallel line, that is the third parallel line. So in this case we are considering DB as the transversal. By intercept theorem, if it is so, what happens? DE upon EA is equal to, now see here, dx upon xb. Okay, this is by intercept theorem. So if it is so, then how will I find AB is the question. Now DE upon EA is 1, which I have already written here. I can write it as 1 here. So it will be what? Dx upon xb, which is nothing but xb is equal to dx, means they are equal. But we have got EF is equal to 9 centimeter, means 9 has to be equally divided now because two equal parts. So therefore 9 upon 2 is equal to dx is equal to xb. That's what we can write. Now our so dx upon xb is 1, this DE upon EA 1, because of this we already have written here, and hence xb becomes equal to dx, but they are both equal to what? 9 upon 2. Why? Because EF is 9. Now how to find AB? Now look at this. In the this we have done, intercept theorem part is done. Now what we are supposed to take is, in the triangle ADB, E is the midpoint and EX is parallel. Now if EF is parallel to AB, EX also should be parallel to AB. Hence if it is so, by converse midpoint theorem, X becomes the midpoint of what? BD. We have proved this here also, but I wanted you to understand by this. Okay, if this is the midpoint and this is the midpoint, the line joining these two midpoints, the line segment joining E and X, E is parallel to this and half of this. Parallel we already had proved, but half of this is used by what? Midpoint theorem. Now just see here how we proceed. Now in a triangle ADB, E and X are midpoints of AD and BD. Therefore EX parallel to AB and EX half AB by what? Midpoint theorem. The reason can be written just before this or next to this, both are fine. Now AB is equal to what? AB is equal to 2 times EX. Okay, EX is what? 9 upon 2. You have written here already. EX is 9 upon 2. So you can cancel. 2 and 2 you will cancel. What you will get is 9 centimeter. AB is 9 centimeter. This is how you should find AB. You have any queries over this? You can definitely know me through the comments, or you can directly ask me also.